Imagine this. This can lead to depression and anxiety. A lot of people say that this is a privilege, but I beg to differ. I believe that this should also be continued in the workplace. This can be a cause for mental distress because it triggers gender dysphoria. Their depression may eventually lead them to thoughts of taking their own life. That's the reality for many trans people. Hello, I'm Mackie of My Transgender Date, the #1 dating platform for trans women. For today's video, I've got a very important question to ask. Are you working in a trans-inclusive workplace? Let's find out. I'll be sharing some determining factors of a trans-inclusive workplace. But before that, subscribe to our channel so you'll be up to date on our latest videos. So let's get on with our topic, shall we? Creating an inclusive and supportive environment for transgender employees is not just about meeting legal requirements, but it's also about fostering a culture of respect and understanding. When Cyril and I started My Transgender Date, we wanted that same environment for our team. And I am so proud to say that our team is mostly made up of trans women who share the same dedication to our cause. And we intend to keep our workplace as trans-inclusive as possible. So how can you tell if your workplace is trans-inclusive? Here are some of the ways you can tell if the company you're working for cares about you. Number 1, trans-inclusive policies. Some companies have policies exclusively to protect transgender people. A lot of people say that this is a privilege, but I beg to differ. It is a right for everyone to be safe in their place of work. So being discriminated against at work for being trans is definitely a no-no. There must be policies that keep trans people safe so that it's fair for everyone. That's what equality in the workplace looks like. Number 2, benefits for transgender people. There are some companies that offer amazing benefits for transgender people. These benefits can include subsidies or coverage on gender transition, hormone therapy, voice and communication therapy, among many others. The benefits really depend on the company, so you have to do your research. A lot of bigger companies like Amazon, Adobe, Meta, and Netflix, to name a few, are some of the companies that have these benefits as a standard. So make sure to ask during your job interview or do a quick Google to see which companies offer what benefits. Number 3, SOGIE training for cisgender employees. Here where I live, there are some universities that offer gender sensitivity classes. I believe that this should also be continued in the workplace. Every individual has a unique sexual orientation and gender identity. That's why it's important to know if the company you're working for has SOGIE training. This is also a sign that the company values its transgender employees as much as its cisgender counterparts. SOGIE training is essential because aside from spreading awareness on the issues the LGBTQ+ community faces, cisgender employees will know what it means to respect trans colleagues. Number 4, access to bathrooms. Imagine this. It's your first day at the office and there is no bathroom inside that you're allowed to use. The nearest bathroom is the mall beside your building. That's the reality for many trans people. They are forced to use the bathroom of their assigned gender pre-transition because they are not allowed in their bathroom of choice. Steer clear from companies like these because this is a big red flag that might mean they tolerate discrimination against trans workers. Number 5, pronouns. If the people in the company can't be bothered to use your preferred pronouns, you gotta go. This is very disrespectful and can be a cause for mental distress every day if you have coworkers who do that. Try taking it up with HR first, and if they do nothing, then this is your sign to leave. To many companies, this might be a small detail, but for trans people, misgendering someone can be very painful, especially when there is the intent to harm. And lastly, number 6, dress codes. If a trans person is forced to dress in their assigned gender pre-transition, this can be a cause for mental distress because it triggers gender dysphoria. This can lead to depression and anxiety. If they are not able to express who they really are, their depression may eventually lead them to thoughts of taking their own life. So on your job interview, ask if you have to wear a uniform or if you are allowed to express your gender identity. Remember that fostering inclusivity is a collective effort. Trans issues such as access to bathrooms, dress codes, and pronouns might be trivial for some companies. But always remember that for every company that doesn't respect you, there is definitely another company willing to value and treat you well. Just like in relationships, always remember to go and stay where you are valued. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Do you have an inspiring or challenging experience at your workplace that you want to share? You know what to do. Write it down in the comments section below. Until next time, see you in the next video.